How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I think that this is going to be a really good Workout Wednesday challenge. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Sean Miller, current and two-time Tableau visionary. This is my Data to Dashboard live stream series where this week we're focused on Workout Wednesday 2024 Week 5 challenge from Erica. Excel at Tableau interactivity with dynamic zone visibility. So we're going to do some maps. We're going to talk about mapping. We're going to talk about dynamic zone visibility. We're going to have a lot of fun. So thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time on the channel, this is what I do every single Friday. I do a Workout Wednesday challenge from data to dashboard, meaning we connect to the data from a blank dashboard, from a blank workbook, and then we build everything live in this session. It takes about an hour or so, maybe sometimes less. But either way, you get to see how I build things, how I think about using Tableau, how I build my calculations, all of those different tips and tricks we learn a little bit along the way. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's jump right in. Here we go. So this is Workout Wednesday 2024 Week 5. And so here's the blog post with all the requirements. Here is the working dashboard in Tableau Public. So select a state from the drop-down menu, then select a city for more details about sales. I live in Missouri. So let's do that. Let's look at Missouri. Great. And I live in Kansas City, Gladstone. That's actually where I live, which is pretty cool. So we click that. Oh, okay. So we get the customer name, the order ID, the totals, the products, a nice little detail, and we get this little click X back to main map. We can see we get a mini map up here, and the selected dot is red, and then we get red, and we get the name, and then we click the X, and it goes back. Nice. All right. Let's have some fun. What do you say? All right. So we're just using Superstore data. So we'll connect to our Superstore data source. And we'll build a map. We'll build a map. We'll build location. We'll have state. And, whoop, not there. We'll just double click on state. That'll make us a map. There we go. It's going to be a filled map. And we only want the US. So we'll add a filter here for just the United States. Very good. And let's see, we could probably add a filter. And like I said, we'll just build it to Missouri. Bingo. And let's see. And then we need to have, so we'll have this color be like a really light gray. There we go. That looks good. And then we need to have city. So I'll add a mark layer for city. And 8 unknown. Okay. Do we need to put state on detail here? Yeah, we do. All right. For some reason, so we don't need that on that. We need that on detail. And all right. So we've got that. Make it a little bit bigger. Make the circles a little bit bigger. Too big. Put it right in between. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's do some formatting on the color. We'll make these a darker gray. We'll give them a little bit of a border. And then we'll add the city name to label. And we'll do it to the left and the center. That looks good to me. Okay. Nice. Now, what we need to do is we need to build out a sheet for... So when I click on Gladstone, it shows me customer name. All right, so let's go back. Let's find a place that has multiple. Okay, so yeah, all right, cool. All right, so let's build out a sheet. So this will be our map. And this is our order details. And we'll put customer name. Order ID. And then we'll have product name. And unit price, quantity, and sales. All right, so we don't have unit price in our data source, but we can derive unit price by doing sales divided by quantity. I think that's right. That sounds right to me. I don't know. What I'm thinking about is if I need to aggregate this at all. Does this need to be aggregated, or is it a row level calculation? I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we'll drag unit price to say it to there. Well, for now, let's just do state Missouri, city Independence. Okay. Yeah, 526 and 280. Okay, yep. So let's do unit price as a currency, no decimal places. There we go. And then we'll do quantity. And then we'll do sales. Okay. And we had, there we go, like that. And add our subtotals. Subtotals to the top. We don't need the overall total. So what we can do, so you see how we have these totals here? We're basically duplicating this, right? We only want subtotals on the order ID, not on the customer name. So we'll right click on customer name and we'll uncheck subtotals there, and you can see that that drops out, right? Okay, so now let's do row banding. Do no row banding, but we will do it on our totals. Like that. And we actually are going to want it darker. There we go. Okay. That looks good. And then we'll kind of format this a little bit. Well, I think it'll all even out once we get done here, but well, we'll see. There we go. Make customer name a little bit larger so we can see everything, and then we'll do fit width. Okay, so there's our, actually we could probably make this We'll figure it out later. We'll figure the spacing out later. Okay, but we know that these are working, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. So we have all of these in our data source. We have all this table set up, and now I think that's all we need, right? Sheet wise, right? We might need. I'm thinking. Just trying to think how I'm going to set this up, right? I could set this up a few different ways. One, I could reduce. Okay, so, all right, so let's do the rest of this. Let's get the rest of this set up here. So we know that we're going to need a parameter. We're going to use parameter actions to, this is selected city. Actually, you know what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to create a calculated field called city state. It's going to be city plus the text string space comma space plus state. I'm going to add that to detail of here, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a parameter based off of that field, right? So I'm going to create a parameter, and it's going to be selected city, and it's going to be a string field, and we'll default it right now to Independence, Missouri. Click OK. That's our selected city. Now what we can do is we can create a calculated field and be like, is selected city, and that is the selected city parameter equal to city state. Now when I drop that onto color, I'll get an orange. So now what I need to do is edit my colors. False is going to stay that gray color from before. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. 5, 5, 5. Click. Oop. Click copy. Now we'll drag is selected on color. Edit our colors. We want this to be red. We want true to be red, and we want false to be that that gray color, right? Because we don't want it to change. Click OK. And let's see. I think that's good. And let's see, what are we going to do here? So in order to get the small state, the mini, so we'll call this big map, because why not, right? We're going to duplicate this. We're going to call it mini map. And we're essentially just going to we're going to format our background layers to be 100% washed out. We will remove all of our borders. I need to do that on the other map too before I forget about it. Big map, here we go. Okay. The other thing I need to do here on the mini map is remove the city label. So that'll be our mini map, right? So that's what will show up right here. I need to create a title for that. So this will be our selected city. And that's just going to be, I'm just going to put city state on text. Think about this here. And then I'll do is selected city there. only select true. So we get Independence, Missouri, fit entire view. Make this font medium and like 18. Make it really big. Now, what I think I'm going to do, and this was a, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and I'm going to format this. Instead of adding other calculations here, well, I guess I could do that, right? Well, no. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to format this, and I'm going to format my pane font. Oh, it's not a number. Okay, fine. We'll make it a circle. That's really big. That's all right. Is selected city. We'll add to color. It really doesn't need to be that big. But I think that's because of, let's see. Nope. There and there. Yeah. So either way, we'll figure this out as we go, right? If we do fit width, what happens? So that puts it way over there. That's not what I want. Standard. That puts it right on top. All right. Yeah. Oh, is it because it's cancel entire view? There we go. And then we'll make the size of the dot bigger. There we go. Remove our header. Format. So what you can see that I'm doing is I'm creating just a dummy axis so that I get my circle right next to the text there. And then what I'll do now is just format this to look like it's so I'll just go to lines, get rid of all of our grid lines, get rid of all of our get rid of all that, get rid of axis rulers so we don't have any lines on there, right? And now I think what I need to do here is dot zero, so make it a float. Edit the axis. Again, this is like Tableau makes things really difficult sometimes, right? We'll do that there. And we'll make it bigger. We'll make the axis bigger so that it goes all the way over there. Right? Like it shouldn't be this difficult, but for some reason Tableau likes to make it that way. So we'll do, there we go. And then maybe we'll do like a -0.2. There we go. That looks good, right? Then we'll not show this header. And you can see everything's kind of all lined up there. So it's a hack. It's not great. I don't love it. But it is what it is, right? Okay, so we've got our selected city. Let's look at our example again. What else? What other kind of things do we need here? I think that's it here. I think I can do that with a text box. Okay. Yep. Okay. So let's do. Well, let's think about this. I think what I'm going to do when I build this, what's our dimensions here? 1000 by 800. That's default. Very good. Okay. Let's add a vertical container. Let's add some 20 pixels of padding. Let's go out of blank. Just like that. Now we can add our text box up at the top. We'll say well, 24 week 5, and we'll make that like size 12, and then we'll do this. We'll make this size 15, medium, pipe, make it dark, excel at Tableau interactivity with dynamic zone visibility. And that's going to be that red color. And then this will be, again, we'll go back to book. We'll go down to 12, make it italic. Select a state. From the drop down menu, select a city to see order details. Okay. Now we're going to think about this here. So we have to put our big map in here. It's, yep. So get rid of this. And then what we'll do is when we select independence, what pops up? Okay, so the map completely disappears. We get the mini map. So let's do another vertical container down here. Let's get rid of this blank. Actually, we don't need to get rid of it. We'll put it in here for now. Then we'll add a horizontal here. We'll put our mini map right there. We'll put our selected city right here. Hide the title, and yeah, so this will have to be like, well, we'll see. Then we'll do, yeah, and then we need to do like a, yep. She left her tooltip here, right? She left this tooltip, which kind of lets me know that this is a sheet. But and then we'll have order details down here. Now we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this again. Fit width, and now we'll do that, right? We'll have, make sure we can get all of our, there we go. Okay. All right, so now what I need to do, well, I've still got this. Can we edit the height of it to be like 150? What does that do? Makes it really big. Edit the height to be 100. That's better. Mini map. Map options. Get rid of all of it. edit the width of this to be 100. So it's a square. Let's go in here and let's make these dots much smaller. It looks really, really small on the whenever the map is big, but whenever the map is small, it still looks small. So let's bump it up a little bit, right? And then the other thing we need to do is change the Z order of our selected so that the selected is always on top, so that you see you see that, right? And then so let's do our dashboard action. It's going to be a change parameter here, and this will be our parameter action is select a city, and it's going to be on the big map. It'll be selected city, and it'll be city state, no aggregation. Set the value to 1, something not city and state, so that whenever I deselect it, none of the dots show as red, right? And there you go, right? You can see how it kind of goes away, right? So now let's think about this. So what we need to do is, oh, where'd this guy go? Oh, right, duh, it's not showing up because I don't have a selected state here. Got it. Okay. I can control this visibility with what? None. I should have a true false field. Is selected city. Does it equal selected city or not? Right? Like that's... What am I missing here? Is it that it's not on it? No, because it's there. I don't understand why I don't have the ability to do that. What am I missing? What am I missing here? This should be... Oh. Okay. So the parameter... Okay. So let's do calculated field. I want the selected city to not equal 1. Hide map. So you'll remember in when I created my parameter action, I said whenever the I selected, whenever I deselect the selection, when I clear the selection of my parameter action, I want to reset that parameter to a value of 1. All right, let me see if this works here. Now I'll control this one by hide map. And it should be the other way around. Hide map equal to 1. There. Now it goes away. Got it. Okay, now that makes sense. So now what we can do, you can see here the map goes away and I'm left with everything else. Now what I need to do is I need to create, that's why she has that sheet. Yep, okay, so now I see why. But, ooh, what is that? Why is that? Actions on the big map. Selected city, city, state 1. Oh, because I'm clearing the, okay, got it, yep. All right, but oh, because I'm, when I, okay. Right, okay, so the reason that this is happening, right, is currently on the big map, Independence, Missouri is, or Gladstone, Missouri is selected. And actually that reminds me I need to go back into this sheet and put my is selected on here. There we go. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. There we go. Now the reason why is currently, even though we can't see it, Gladstone, Missouri is still, it still has that highlight on it. It's still activated. That's still the mark that's activated on that sheet, even though we can't see it. This is why dynamic zone visibility is pretty cool. But as soon as I select this, even if it were by accident, this is when that kind of goes away, right? And that's not necessarily what we want. So we'll go back to Independence. There's that, right? So what we need to do is we need to have a new sheet, and it just needs to be that. Put it on label, entire view, center. Oh yeah, we could do this. Tableau bold. And we'll do this. 15 book back to main map. Yep. Okay. Click OK. We don't want to show the tooltip, but what we can do now is we can, let's see, we need to do a dashboard action, and we need to change this to an X, and we will put sheet 5 here, hide, have a dashboard action for changing parameter values on sheet 5, And we're going to do the selected city, and it's going to be X, and we'll just keep the current value there. And then we can go here, and we can just keep the value here. There we go. Okay, so now when I select this, and nothing happens right now because I need to go back and I need to change my Boolean calculation, my hide map, this guy, and I need to change it to this. There. And now when I select this, map goes away. When I select this, everything comes back, right? So let's finish this. Let's do, I want to do what? I want to edit the width of this. And let's go back in here and let's edit this text to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. That looks good. All right, so now what I want to do is this container, I want it to be the opposite of my hide map, right? So let's go here and let's duplicate it and let's edit it, and we'll say hide order details, and this is where we don't want it to. Anytime the parameter, the selected city parameter, does not equal X, we want to show the order details. So let's select OK. This is the reset. And now I'll select this. We get that. I'll select this. And that still doesn't work. Why not? Oh, because I haven't set it up yet. So let's select this entire container. Let's go here. And now it's hide order details. And there it is. Okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to test this out, this final interactivity. I'm going to go here. I'm going to select that. The map goes away. I see the order details. I see the mini map. I see the title. I see the close. Back to mini map, and I see the order details. When I click this, it flips everything around. If I do this in presentation mode to get rid of all the, just like that. Pretty cool. Nice. So the only thing I need to add, let's see, I actually want this to be a horizontal container. And I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to do I'm going to add the state. I'm going to do a single value drop down, and I'm going to put that right there. And then I'll change my inner padding to be too much. There we go. There it is. Just like that. Let's do some other things. Let's do one other thing. I don't want to be able to select the state, right? I want to be able to remove that. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm just going to do disable selection. And now you can't, you can zoom. Let's change that too while we're here. Let's do map options, and let's remove all of this. There we go. So now I can't select the state. So let's go back to the dashboard, hide all of our sheets. There's it. There's that. There's that. There's that. Select a different state. There's that. Perfect. Right on. Hot dog. So, That was fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's how we excel at Tableau interactivity with dynamic zone visibility. Just got to think through the logical processes of everything and make sure everything looks right. Hopefully someday Tableau will update the dynamic zone visibility to be a parameter based on a field as opposed to a literal string. But either way, we figured it out, right? So anyway, good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Sean Miller, Hipster Viz Ninja. Just like the bubble says, we are data people. Thank you, Gabrielle. The version of Tableau that I use, the most recent version, whatever's most recent out there, just go to tableau.com/ESDALT, and I'll put that in the chat. If you go to that website, you will see you'll see all the different versions, and just download whatever. Since we're just connecting to flat files, just download the most recent version, or also available Tableau public download. All of this could also be built in the web on Tableau public as well. So yeah, that's what I use. So thank you so much. My name's Sean Miller, Hipster Viz Ninja. Like the bubble says, we are data people. Go forth and viz.